It's supposed to feel.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's the NS9 Postgame Show. I am Tyler, and I'm here with my guy, Dougie Fresh.
Hey, how you doing?
Doug, the Pirates won again.
Again,
19-8.
I have to admit I was a little concerned. I know Corbin has been pitching terribly, but I did some research, and last year he had been pitching terribly. He came into a game against us with a 6.6 ERA and went 8 innings, giving up 1 run, twice striking out 12. So he's always pitched well against us, even when he's not pitching well against anybody else. And we just chipped away. Rich Hill kept us in the game. All facets seemed to work. Miguel Andujar, I mean, everything the Pirates seem to be doing turns to gold. We played Drew Maggi for 2 games and won both of them.
Let's just start with Andujar. The news comes out today. Doubleheader today with the Nationals. So the Pirates do take game 1, 6-3. The next one, 6:35. I'll be on again for that one with my guy Jim. But Pirates win this one 6-3. Miguel Andujar news comes out this morning. He is called up. Drew Maggi sent down to AA. He is here through today as the 27th man. Doug, how excited were you to hear the name Miguel Andujar again?
Well, on the plus side, he has been playing well at AAA. I'm not terribly upset that he's up. My boy Swaggerty's on the injured list. The Pirates are not using their 26th man. So I don't. CSN was just wasting away. He needs at bats. So it's not terrible. Again, he's playing well. He, is a professional. And once again, the Pirates, Ben Cherington, general manager, executive of the year. It seems like everything he does right now. I mean, I still can't get over it when I keep saying everything's going right. We lost O'Neill Cruz, JT Brubaker, Michael Burrows, Harlan Garcia, and can still say things like, wow, everything's going our way. I mean, that's
Choi.
Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, Choi too. Yeah, I mean, my good. I mean, those all people we were expecting to significantly contribute. Not peripheral guys, not, if he can come up and bust out at AAA or something. No. I mean, we were counting on, obviously Brubaker and O'Neill Cruz and Ji-Man Choi, and then, all of them. It's amazing what's going on right now. This is a good team. I said that on the last show. I'll say it again. I don't care about early, small sample sizes. I think the first 8 guys in the lineup all had a hit, and Austin Hedges got an RBI. So, I mean, it's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, so the news comes across that Andujar's coming up. My immediate reaction is eye roll. I don't really want to see any more Miguel Andujar. That being said, something is going on with this team, and the hitting is contagious. The big spot. Everyone, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm not complaining. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy, because on no planet should some of these guys be performing the way they are. And it's not like they are playing above their heads peripheral wise. They're all pretty much in line with the way they are hitting the baseball.
Yeah, nobody's really feeling it. There's nobody that's doing this crazy, out of character, out of what they've done in the past type thing. It's really, I mean, it's amazing when we can have conversations that, I don't know if I would walk Kutch to get to Connor Joe. Yeah. And that's a legitimate conversation now. It's really, I mean, I didn't expect much from Kutch at this point. He's a slow starter. And he's, hitting. I mean, it's really, yeah, exactly. Sit back, enjoy it. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it seems to me, given the starting pitching, giving the sort of the versatility of the lineup. I mean, you got guys. It's a little combo of the speed, the power, and on base, veteran experience, youthful enthusiasm. It seems to blend nicely. I don't foresee a lot of deep funk losing or long losing streaks. I mean, they're going to have stretches every single, the Dodgers got swept by the Pirates last year, went 1-5 against them. I mean, stuff's going to happen. But this starting pitching is good. And I think it's going to prevent some losing streaks. And this lineup for first time in years has got some depth to it. I'm not, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are not automatic outs like they have been for the past 3 years.
Yeah. So during the game today, I think it was Greg and Rock were on the broadcast. That is right. And they brought up Connor Joe's chase rate this year. And right below him is Jack Sawinski. And it just follows up with everything we've said all year about Connor Joe. The guy is just a pro at the plate. Another big day for him today. Back-to-back days with a homer. DiNardo, I don't want to ever give him credit ever, but he did slightly predict a big day for Connor Joe. And he was correct.
Yeah, he did. I mean, again, it seems now, I don't know, you can throw a good prediction out for just about anybody in our lineup and have a good chance of it being, hitting on it. It's but Connor Joe, yeah, you go back, you trade for him. Nobody was that excited about him. I mean, nobody was. Even in spring, there were some people saying, will he make the 26-man roster? And he's been, even when he slumped, even when he had that, I think he went, was it 10 game? I don't know. He went for a stretch there, but he hit everything hard. And again, doesn't chase. He's giving you good at bats. He's producing. It's really, he's playing. I tweeted this out about 2 weeks ago, I think, that he's producing like the first round pick that the Pirates drafted and what they'd hoped he'd become, and not some journeyman that's been on multiple teams and has been in platoon situations, that sort of thing. He's, my goodness. I mean, you said it last time we're on. You don't want to sit him down. You don't want to platoon him at this point.
No, we're just seeing really good at bats, really from 1 through 8 in this lineup right now. I don't know what more to say about Connor Joe. I'm just so you just wait for the other shoe to drop, really, with a lot of these guys. And like I mentioned, the peripherals don't really show that much regression right now. Everyone is kind of in line with where they need to be. There's some guys that are maybe playing above their head, but that's like a Jason DeLay. He's not getting that many at bats.
Right. 2 starts a week. Yeah.
So someone in the chat asked if Andy Haynes is good at their job. I think it was Tim there in the chat. I don't know exactly if he's good at his job, but they definitely have more guys this year, I'd say, that fit with his philosophy. Because last year, I think we saw a lot of complaints about how many pitches the Pirates were taking.
Right.
A lot of that does have to do with they had a lot of
how many strikes they were taking.
Right. And they had a lot of very bad baseball players on that team. This year, you have a lot more professional hitters, a lot of guys that are going to take counts deep. It's a better fit for what his philosophy seems to be.
It seems that they have an organizational philosophy, and they went and got Andy Haynes to execute that. And again, last year he didn't necessarily have the players. And then the work he did with those players and, working with guys like Brian Reynolds in the offseason, that sort of thing, and the guys they brought in who do fit, it seems to be a nice little marriage right now. And I don't see that changing too much. I don't suddenly see Connor Joe, McCutchen, Santana start chasing, Brian Reynolds start chasing bad pitches. And if he continues, the growth of Sawinski, Hayes, that sort of thing, Castro, my goodness.
Yeah.
There's no reason to expect a big regression from what this lineup is doing.
Yeah, and there's just one more guy I kind of want to touch on from the lineup here. Rodolfo Castro. I believe he only had 1 hit today, if I remember correctly. But at any rate, he's hitting the ball hard right now. I've been at the front of this bandwagon of I don't know if I truly believe in Rodolfo Castro, where his swing is at right now, and the timing that he has. The guy's just always on time at this moment, and his bat path is just through the zone for so long. I'm starting to believe in Rudy.
Yeah, I'm with you. Even when he first came up and had, his first 5 hits were home runs, he was still hitting 200. It's like, okay, he's running into one once in a while, and that's nice and that's fun. And I sort of lumped him in there with Sawinski. Yes, when he makes contact, it's, the ball goes far. But man, he seems so much more under control now. I'm turning into a believer as well, and he's doing it
Actually, he
playing
had 2 hits today.
shortstop. He's doing it playing shortstop, which is not his
Right.
natural position, which has to put some pressure on you. And he's responding. He's playing maturely, and I guess that's something we couldn't always say about him. He seems focused, and that was something we couldn't always say about him. I really like seeing from him, and it's going to bring up some interesting questions with roster construction over the next couple months and next couple seasons if he continues to play like this. Because if he does, he's a fixture in the lineup.
Yeah. He's the wild card of this rebuild. He has all the tools. He was never really in the plans, I don't think, but we've called him the wild card for a while. He's the guy that was never really on the radar that could really make a difference.
Yeah, it's really something. I mean, he has definitely stepped in to fill the O'Neal Cruz void. And now I understand that we were expecting, crazy numbers from Cruz, but can't be sure that we were going to get that. But he is certainly, again, what OPS is near 1,000. I mean,
don't have it off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but
I didn't have it.
He is hitting way above average.
Yeah,
and he's striking the ball so hard right now.
Right.
He's not really chasing. Look, we're walking on sunshine right now.
Yeah,
The Pirates
absolutely.
are winning baseball games.
Yeah.
In a month, this could all change. But right now,
absolutely. It could
everything's all
change next
roses and
week.
sunshine. And
Right.
if you want to tell me otherwise, piss off.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm done apologizing for it. I'm done, adding the caveats and all this sort of thing. Right now, today, the Pittsburgh Pirates are a good baseball team. How long will that last? I don't know. But I mean, that applies to every team in baseball right now. What they're doing right now might not be what they're doing in June, but I'm not sitting. I'm sure not waiting for or predicting things to get terrible. They're not going to maintain a 19-8 pace. Nobody does. But they're playing well. They're being managed well. They're being coached well. the moves they make seem to be working. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying every day. We haven't gotten to enjoy like this in quite some time. And like I said, I'm not expecting the bottom to fall out. I think this is going to be a good team. I bet the over 66.5. I'm feeling real good.
No, but I mean, really, you said there's nothing fluky about what's happening this April. None of these wins have really been flukes. They're not winning these one-run games that they probably shouldn't win. No, they're kind of dominating baseball teams right now.
Right. They're beating teams in all three phases, right? And I mean, the bullpen is producing, starting, they're fielding well. I mean, there's some shaky moments, and every team has that. I know we see some of the drop, or not drop, but the missed fly ball by Bay today. That happens to every team. You don't like it, and you're like, wow, that experiment's looking a little shaky. But I mean, we watch every game of the Pirates and we see all the dumb, absurd stuff that happens. But every team has that. We don't see it. And when the Pirates make mistakes, it's always a bigger focus because we all have PTSD about prior Pirate seasons. So again, this is a good team. Enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to tonight's game and tomorrow. Let's sweep a doubleheader. Let's sweep the series and let's go to Tampa Bay and see what we got.
Well, the reason that they have the possibility to go get a second game of this series is we can talk about the hitting all day long in the lineup. The starting pitching has been unbelievable. Rich Hill today, six in a third.
Right?
Gave up what, one earned, or were they both?
He gave up two. He gave up two
earned.
3 runs altogether. Two earned.
Juwan Bay with the misplay in center field, a catcher's interference.
Right.
Some weird plays. Weird plays that caused the 2 runs, but Rich Hill is kind of in like the third phase of his career right now. We saw the longtime fringe major leaguer Rich Hill, then the comeback of the off-speed stuff is just absolutely nasty from like 35 to 42 years old. Now the 43-year-old Rich Hill, he's just floating curveballs in there and daring you to square it up.
Now he's the crafty left-handed guy, right? And Jamie Moyer. But yeah, I mean, he's pitching well, and boy, if we give him a little better support, he'd be pitching even better. I mean, yeah, he gave up 8 hits today, and that seems to be a bit of a problem. We're allowing too many. Mitch Keller puts too many guys on base. I mean, he seems to get through it. Holderman, it is a bit of an issue, but so far so good. And again, starting pitching is what's driving this team right now more than anything else. They put up the little graphic. 0 quality starts last April versus I think 17 now in this April.
A lot.
You're right. That's unbelievable. Especially the first 3 games there against Cincinnati, where none of our pitchers got out of the 4th inning or whatever. So, last year, my goodness, the starters, nobody went more than 4. It seems like until sometime in May. So, yeah, we got starters going deep. Today's version of deep in the game. I mean, they're pitching into the 7th inning. They're not giving up a lot of runs, and the bullpen is fresh and ready to go. It's a winning formula right now.
Yeah, and a big decision today that I kind of wanted to touch on about Rich Hill. Derek Shelton comes out in the 6th inning, talks to Rich after 2 outs, somehow convinces him to stay in the game. Derek Shelton does allow him to come back out for the 7th to get that 1 out against CJ Abrams. That's a very important move there, because this is a team really with only 1 lefty in the pen on a day of a doubleheader. That's a spot where if you get that out with Rich Hill, which they did, that's huge, not having to waste a Jose Hernandez here, and now you still have him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it sounds crazy, but I love the way Shelton is managing the pitching staff, the starters in particular. He is going out there, and I'm not so sure that guys are talking him into staying. I think he's going out there and saying, "Listen, I'm giving you this next batter. I know you got it. Go get him, Tiger," kind of thing. It's he's building, very good front of the rotation kind of guys by telling them, "I have faith in you, and I'm not gonna rush to the bullpen every time you get in a little trouble. I'm going to let you get out of it. I'm going to let you go those extra." I mean, he's letting Rowanzi pitch up into the 90, in the 5th and 6th inning now, which I wasn't sure we'd see this year. I thought he'd be a 5-inning guy only. I thought we were still going to sort of baby him. He's showing faith in these guys, and they're rewarding him. And right now, again, we've basically got the entire bullpen available for the second game tonight if we need it.
I'd assume that Bednar and Holderman will be down.
Yeah. I hope so. Hope we don't need them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 1-run game. Maybe not Holderman. I wanted him to go with Bolton there. It's 3 runs.
Yeah.
It was a 3-run lead. Go with Bolton. I mean, I know.
Yeah, I think
you debut and all that, but
right. I think you can make the argument both ways there. First game of the series, first game of a doubleheader. You really do want to get this one.
You have
it. You have it in the bag. Just make sure you lock this one down.
Right. Right. And we're the Pirates still, right? Well, we can get a win. Let's get a win.
Right. Now, I'm sure a lot of it just has to do with the fact that David Bednar needs the saves, and we're still stuck on that, but that's besides the point. If you were like me coming into the day, I was thinking, oh crap, here's a day where the Pirates could lose 2 games and all my good feelings are gone. So that is really why I was okay going Bednar there.
Yeah. No, like I said, I was nervous right off the rip because of Corbin. But we just don't seem to be that team anymore. And then, when we gave up the 2 runs to tie it up, you get nervous, but come right back. I think we need, it's funny. I'd got a little alert on my phone that said Underwood was coming in instead of Stevenson. And I didn't even panic. Right? When I got that alert last year, I'm like, oh man, the game's over. So he's going to pitch 4 innings. So yeah, I mean, Stevenson, it's something else. It's it's everything they do seems to be working. How long can it last? I don't. And like I said, I'm not even. Holderman blew a save last week. It's fine. He bounced back nice tonight, this afternoon. Yeah, it's things are again, things go well when you're a good team. When you can put guys out there, put them in good positions, and let them do what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, you touched on Stevenson there. I'd say probably one of his better outings today. And I think you could say the same thing for Holderman. That might have been the best I've seen Holderman look this year. We saw him touch triple digits. Finally, a clean inning for him. A touch of hard contact, a fly ball to deep left is what it is. But the stuff looked really good there today.
Yeah, he looks. I mean, again, he's still really early into his major league career. So yeah, there's going to be some growing pains still. But yeah, he did. He looked really effective today, and it does look like we really have a nice eighth and ninth circumstance. The only like I said, I would like another really capable eighth inning guy to be it we develop them or acquire them. I don't care, but just I guess a lefty would be good, right?
Yeah. And then Bednar comes in, closes it out. He just comes in and shuts the door. You can go ahead. You can shut the TV off.
It's almost boring. It's guys throw at 96 and you're like yawning because it's just what he does.
Yeah, they were not touching David Bednar. Not many people have this year. It's we talked in the offseason about having David Bednar as a luxury that the Pirates can't afford. I like the luxury now.
No,
give me my Gucci bag. Right? I want my luxury.
I don't think it's a luxury anymore. I think it's a necessity.
Right.
Because I'm not getting ahead of myself. But this team is playing winning baseball, and when you're playing winning baseball, you want a good closer. Right. Do I expect to see him on the mound in October? Not necessarily, but until we're definitively, not eligible for October, let's secure the wins. Let's secure those wins when we have save opportunities. And this guy's just nearly automatic.
Oh, the Pirates are good now. I need my luxury. Give me my Gucci bag, the whatever designer clothes people wear. I need my David Bednar now.
Yeah, I don't really know much about designer clothes, so
I'm not gonna lie, I don't either. I just have like a 7-year-old hoodie on, but
I've got a wedding Saturday. This is what I'm wearing. So,
hey, you can wear it proud now.
Yeah. Now it's a good look, right?
It's a great look.
Right.
So I do this sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in and whether I remember. Who you got for your player of the game?
I was wondering. We forgot last time. I really think it's Rich Hill. But you can't go wrong with Andujar. I mean, Andujar, that's a nice little story. He gets called up. We'd sort of all kind of thrown him
groaned
aside.
A little bit.
Yeah. And just, we'd forgotten about him almost. And then, oh yeah, he's still around. And nice game. He gets his first home run as a first RBI, first home run. So I guess since Rich Hill's going to get plenty more chances to get player of the game, I will give my vote to Miguel Andujar and hope he gets plenty more chances.
Oh yeah, it has to be Miguel Andujar, but you can't go wrong with Connor Joe either today.
Right, true.
Connor Joe homered as well. Rich Hill goes 6 1/3 with
6 1/3. And
5
again,
strikeouts, no walks, 2 earned.
Right. And he was, as you like to say, dancing through raindrops. Right. I mean, he had 8 hits, no walks though, 8 hits. It seems and giving up hard contact and having bad luck, and still went 6 1/3 innings.
Yeah, I call it dancing through raindrops. The media might call it he scattered 8 hits.
Scattered.
I prefer he danced through them damn raindrops.
Yeah.
But all things considered, I thought he looked good today. Really, no complaints about today so far, Doug.
No,
we're halfway through it. One win in the bag.
Right. Just what, 2 hours away from the next one.
Yep.
So
2 hours and what is it? A 6:05 game. So
hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half till the next game. It's going to be Vince Velasquez
facing
our former friend Chad Cole.
Chad Cole. Yeah, I always like Chad, but I like him better facing us with a 7-something ERA. So.
Oh, yeah. The eyes get real big when you see Chad Cole on the other end of it.
Yeah. And hopefully Vinny can keep his good stretch going.
Yeah, hopefully. Interested to see what the lineup's going to be tonight. Hopefully we don't get a Drew Maggi sympathy start to kick him out the door.
So. Right.
I'm hoping we don't, but
yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it. They've given him a week of major league pay. my thought is he went to them and said he's retiring, wants to be a coach in the stay in the organization or whatever. And they're like, all right, we're going to give you a nice little bonus. Put him on the roster for a week, gave him a start, gave him a pinch hit. We'll see. But I'm not as worked up as others were. It hasn't cost us anything to this point. So, but I don't expect to see him tonight.
I hope not.
Yeah,
should have a lefty heavy lineup here though.
Right.
You'd assume that Marcano's going to play, Sawinski's going to play here.
Yeah.
Interested to see if Connor Joe gets another.
If Connor Joe, right?
I would assume
Santana
that Andujar will
right?
be down. Yeah, Santana should play. I'd assume Andujar will be down for the second game.
Yeah, save him for a pinch hitter.
Yeah. But I think that about wraps us up here. Pirates win it 6-3. They'll be back at it again in about an hour and a half. Doug, any final thoughts?
Hey, I'll be listening to your next post-game show, and hopefully it will be as simple and easy and as enjoyable to talk about as this one.
Yeah, it's weird. There's not much to talk about when it's just a regular baseball game.
I know we're not dissecting that stupid play, and why did he leave him in for 2 innings, and how did he swing at that? It's like, gosh, no, we just played a pretty solid, fundamental game. Nothing spectacular happened.
Yeah, we could have wrapped this up in 2 minutes. Pirates played better than the Nationals.
Yeah, top to bottom. That was it. Okay, see you in a couple hours.
But we'll be back, I would assume, in about 5 hours, depending on how quickly this one goes.
Yeah. All right.
We'll get out of here, though. Thanks for watching. See you guys a little bit later on.
Great. Enjoy the game.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.